So we decided beforehand also that we were going to lug all our kit and equipment up these zigzags, which, from a traditional sense or a historical sense, was quite good because it was the retreat of the saboteurs from the Vemork power station when they blew that up in, I think, 1942. So, from a commando historical sense, was quite nice. Didn't detract from the pain and suffering um, that myself and Chris undertook, walking to lugging kit and then having to walk back down and then do a second shuttle. It took, I think, about 3, 4 hours of continuous shuttling uphill, which was quite quite hard, quite emotional. But we did it, and we've remained friends. And then we essentially spent a little bit of time at the top station, had a little quick look around there, and then we realised that we were going to need to walk into the Hardanger because of the lack of snow. And I believe that was maybe 2, 3, 4 miles of, again, shuttle runs of walking a load in for 5 minutes, dropping that load, walking back, bagging up the next bit of load, and then walking past, and then leapfrogging the kit that we dropped for 5 minutes, dropping that, going back, getting in that load, and so on, which was it was time consuming, and it was also really, really hard on the emotionally and physically. So we did that until we got to a point where we camped for the night, which was just out on the plateau. So there was about, I think we worked out it was about 70 kilos of kit all in. So that's um, tent, personal equipment, so clothing, rations, and I think the realization was when we bumped into a guy with his dog on the way out, and he's got a hut just in view here that he's pretty much spent most of his life go visiting as and he'd said that it's the leanest he's ever seen it. He was going to be he's dropped his skis at the hut, and he's going to collect them in the summertime because it's been so lean. His aim was to ski into the hut. Um, I don't know, the week before, but it was so lean for him. So for us, the realization was our planning and preparation wasn't going to happen what we wanted to do. So we were going to have to go to like a plan B, C, D. So between us, we kind of worked out that we were going to establish a base camp, which is where we are now, and we were going to have a little route around and make the best of the situation that we were in. The snow yesterday was really good, and we could pretty much link a quite a good little ski tour together. And we summited a mountain called Egg, which I think is about 1232 or something meters. It might be a bit more than that. I can't remember. But it was a great day, and I'd like to say it made the best of a bad situation, but actually it was just great. And being here is great because there's so much here, so much nature. Um, it's like a it's like a massive Cairngorms plateau back in the UK, um, but it's just vast. You could probably spend your life exploring it. So there's loads of positives to take from the trip, um, including trying out new bits of kit like Chris's skis and working out nutritional plans, what we're going to do, because I don't seem to want to stop eating at the moment. We've been out to some of the huts and had a little explore out to there. Obviously, we've did a couple of mountains. Today, we did a short walk short ski and walk into a mountain just behind us, a couple of k's. Just sat on the summit looking at the view, and it was just amazing. There are some places in the world where you really do need to come to, and this is one of them. It's an exceptionally beautiful place. Best moment, I think, summiting Egg yesterday. It, it, it was a lot of hard work and effort getting there, There's some learning points from that, but the lowest point was today, where I was trying to, where the first time in a week, which is quite unusual for me, I actually had a little bit of a blow up, loss of temper, and I kind of asking myself why that happened. And it was over a ski binding and a bit of a sore knee. It was over before it began, and I've learned from that sometimes it's okay to have a little bit of a moment. Learning points. I don't think we would have done it. I don't think we have done anything wrong with the weather. I think we've just. I think it's just global warming and um, the winters are getting shorter. The main takeaways is if you're going away on expeditions with friends, you must go back as friends, and that's for me really really important because I value friendship. That's a massive learning point because we're still friends. I think.
That's what you think.
Plan for tomorrow is extraction. So, let's have a slurp of coffee. So we got to take our kit out of where we are now. I think it's a 3.5k slog across the plateau to the top of the Kosobanan, where we're going to camp the night. There's a water source there we can use. Um, the hardship for tomorrow is there'll probably be some shuttles. We're going to try and use a polk and link up snow patches. We've been on a little recce this morning just to see if there's a feasible way of basically letting the polk that we've got do some of the heavy lifting. But it'll be hard. It'll be graft. It's going to be a long day. So I think you have to psychologically prepare yourself and tie in that resilience that we always talk about to young people. That it doesn't stop. You have to kind of build in that resilience. When it's tough, you're tired. Just pause for a minute, have a brew, have something to eat. Check with um, your oppos, whatever that you're with, to make sure that they're on board and they're okay as well, because they might be suffering as well. At the end of the day, it has to be done. There's no other option. So you've got to kind of make the best of it, and yeah, it'd be difficult.